because his country was not the U.S. His country was Africa.
What?
Or Africa is a fucking continent, Brie. It was just, I don't know, like it just was like something like out of a movie, like 90 Day Fiance or something. What happens is if it's a scam? Like what happens if, and I'm like, whoa, I don't know. So, and I'm just like, what you mean you can't control yourself? You're a grown ass man. Like, why can't you control yourself on the first time of us having sex? Like, why did you have to nut inside of me? First of all, I don't want to come to these people's country, get pregnant by one of their people. Like, what happens if I get arrested for being a foreigner?
Give me love, make a love. There's no other one above.
Welcome to my channel.
Shawty want $1 million.
Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is or I am. We never can get this right. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I am Bri on TV, and if you're new to my channel, I want to say thank you for clicking this video. If you are a returning supporter or a subscriber, I want to say thank you as well for yet again watching another video of mine. Like, I do have to show appreciation when appreciation is due, okay? So in this video, I will be doing a StoryTEA with Bri. This will be the second StoryTEA with Bri on my channel. If you have not already, please go and check the first StoryTEA with Bri out. I will make sure I link that in the description. You know, I'm trying to sound like these YouTubers and stuff. In today's StoryTEA with Bri, I will be discussing what's in the title. So I am opening up to y'all, which I have no problem doing because I'm sharing what I'm sharing what I want to share with y'all. I just gotta make sure my hair is right. So I do have new merch. I do have new merch on, and hopefully y'all can get a good view. But it's a cropped hoodie with my travel agency on it. I've done a few bookings, but I haven't launched how I want to launch because of the coronavirus. Like, I do the video at my own leisure because I want to feel comfortable, you know, like talking to strangers, because that's what I feel like majority of my subscribers are. Like, y'all are strangers to me right now, just kind of like how I'm a stranger to y'all. So in order for me to feel comfortable, I want to do what I like doing, which is like smoking hookah, you know, drinking wine. I'm not gonna say drinking, because drinking, I don't know, drinking just don't sound cute. So drinking wine, and then it also would just like, the conversation would be like organic, because that's basically what I'm doing. I'm just having a conversation with y'all. So I don't even know like how I want to start this story off, but we're just gonna like get right into it. Okay? So 2018 was a really good year for me. That was the year that I decided to literally just like live for Bri, you know. So within that, and kind of like what that means is I decided to basically just like live at my own leisure. Like, whatever I wanted to do, I did. That is the year that I moved out of my mom's house. So with that, I also booked my first plane ticket overseas to Dubai, which is where I met the love of my life. Like, never in a million years would I have thought that Zone 6 Shorty, East Atlanta, StoryTEA, if you know what I'm saying, then you know what I'm saying. We here. When we met, we kind of like really didn't know what we were doing, because I met him as a friend. When he met me, he kind of like, boom, off rip, I guess knew that like I was like his future wife. Like, I don't know how to describe it, because that's his, like, he would have to let y'all know, not me. When we were parting ways, which means like he was going back to his country, because his country was not the U.S. His country was Africa.
What?
Or Africa is a fucking continent, Bri. Ghana in Africa. But it was really like detrimental to him, because he was just like, you know, we bonded on this level. And, you know, like, I really hate that, you know, we're going our separate ways. So from May, I would say May. So from May 2018 all the way down to September of 2018, we talked every freaking day. So we organically grew feelings for each other. I remember he telling me like he loved me. And I was just like, what? What? Like, what do you mean? So he wanted to fly me out to his country for the first time. And I was super excited. I've always in my life have wanted to go to Africa, but never in a million years would I have thought that thick old me or thick old Brie would have the opportunity to go to Africa. And then on top of that, get flown out from a boyfriend to his country. Like, what? It was just, I don't know. Like, it just was like something like out of a movie, like 90 Day Fiance or something, you know? Or out of a show. And it was a lot for me to handle because I was like, what the fuck? Like, I didn't want to tell nobody. I can remember like barely telling my mom. I think I told my mom like a month or the month of when I was leaving or something like that. How do you communicate to your friends and family about something that you're really not even sure of? I'm finna go catch a flight. Or no. This gentleman who I'm in love with that I've only met once, who lives in Ghana, which is in Africa, that I met when I was in Dubai. We love each other, and he's gonna fly me out to his country so that way we can hang out and I can, you know, get to experience his culture and, you know, meet his family. Like, how do you verbally communicate that to your friends and family? Brianna, like, where are you going to stay when you go there? What happens if you and him get in an argument and he kicks you out? What happens if he's not even there when you get there? What happens if it's a scam? Like, what happens if? And I'm like, whoa, I don't know. And that's my fear of communicating that or being transparent with y'all about like what's really going on, because I don't know. Like, I don't have all the answers to your questions. I have no friends, no family, no acquaintances, no connects in Africa. So I was only going to be tied to the love of my life when I was traveling to Africa. So there was a lot of preparation for me to actually get to Africa, but that's for a whole nother video. Because there's a lot of preparation that you have to do when you're traveling to Africa for the first time. So babe definitely flew me out. That was my first time in life ever really getting flued out overseas.
Now that it's actually a phrase, when a guy sit for you, like he fly you out, take you shopping, make them pieces hit, and send you back home.
Flew to Africa for the first time. I was nervous. I was excited. I was anxious because I'm finna meet my boyfriend for the second time in person. I'm going to stay with him. He meets me at the airport. Him and his friends escort me, you know, to his place. We go out to eat, you know, for breakfast or for brunch. I can't remember. So we have a long time and time for us to bond. We go out that night to Bloom Bar. If you know, you know. If you know, you know. The love of my life. He's having a good time. He's drinking. Because at the end of the day, he got his African princess, which is me. He got his African princess by his side. He got his homies. Like, he got his day ones. Like, he was that nigga. I would just say he was definitely that nigga when I touched foot in Africa. This is the first night of us like sleeping in the same bed. So of course, you know, we communicate like, you know, we're gonna do this, we're gonna do that, we're gonna do this and that. I ain't gonna give y'all all like the details, but we did communicate about like, you know, how our first night would go when we spent the night together for the first time, because we were both anticipating that moment. Like, that moment when two people in a relationship who are dating long distance, you know, just have that like hubby wifey time, or you know, like that genuine relationship time. We have sex unprotected, and when we have sex unprotected, he ends up nutting in me, busting the cat in my ass, or however, you know, we gonna keep the lingo. Let me take a drink. I fucking lost it. I fucking lost it. And I think I lost it because I knew, but I didn't communicate it with him, that my app that I have on my phone, it lets me know when my period's coming on. It lets me know when I'm like fertile, or certain days, like when I guess I'm more fertile than others. I want to say like I was all over the place because you nutted inside of me. I'm fertile, which means if I decide to not do anything about this situation that just took place, I will be pregnant. I'm in Africa and I don't know anybody. I've never had like another individual like nut inside of me. Like I've never had to experience that. I've just never had to experience that. So I don't know about how the whole Plan B works. I don't know anything about, you know, abortions. I don't know anything about that. I immediately go to the bathroom and I just start crying my eyes out. And then I sit on the toilet. I'm like sitting on the toilet and I'm trying to like, I don't even know if this is the proper word, but I'm trying to like queef, you know, the cum from inside of me. Like I'm trying to queef it out, like, or squeeze it out, or like cough it out. Like, I don't know, but I didn't want it inside of me. My boo's like, babe, I just can't control myself. And I'm just like, what you mean you can't control yourself? You're a grown ass man. Like, why can't you control yourself on the first time of us having sex? Like, why did you have to nut inside of me? Like, why are you making me deal with these tough decisions that I wasn't ready for? Like, while I'm sitting on the toilet, I'm just like, was this a part of his plan? Like, did he fly me all the way out here just so that he can get me pregnant? And, you know, I can carry his child, and then that's how he can, like, come to the States. Like, everything was going on through my head. And it's just, it's a real, like, deep and tricky subject when you, like, have to, you know, talk about, like, the U.S. Embassy and, you know, citizens of, like, African citizens trying to, like, come over to America. My boyfriend did a really good job of, like, calming me down, because I was not calm. And I was not calm for a good, like, 30 minutes. We probably woke up the neighbors because that's how loud I was. But then this is where things get difficult. I'm talking about taking a Plan B in Ghana. This is my first time in Ghana. I ain't even been in Ghana a good 3 days. I didn't even know where you go and purchase a Plan B. My biggest thing was, like, babe, I can't go with you to go get this Plan B. First of all, I don't want to come to these people's country, get pregnant by one of their people. Like, what happens if I get arrested for being a foreigner? Like, I don't know what y'all rules and regulations are. I was like overthinking the situation. I don't know. He brings me the Plan B and he tells me, babe, this is what they told me will work. He didn't even say like, babe, this is the Plan B. He said, babe, this is what they told me will work. First of all, who the fuck is they? And second of all, like, who the fuck is they? All it says in American is also contains lactose. That's what it says in English. And I'm like, okay, a lactose. Is that like a laxative? I know a laxative shits everything out. Babe, what the fuck if you just, like, what? And then I'm like, okay, nigga, you just gave me a laxative. You just bought me a fucking laxative. Even with us going out and continuing our trip within Ghana, like, one of his friends, like, had a girlfriend. Everything in me wanted me to, like, pull her aside and just, like, talk to her woman to woman, like, hey, do you know anything about like plan B's or like what I should take to kind of like get rid of, you know, potentially, you know, having a baby? Like, it was just so much that I wanted to ask this girl, but I didn't. And I didn't for the reasons that I keep reiterating. I didn't want her judging me. The only thing I could do at that moment was reach out to somebody in the States. And so that's exactly what I did. I asked somebody like, hey, have you ever had to take a plan B before? So before I decided to take the plan B, I had a moment with God and I had a moment with my boyfriend. We said a prayer together. I am thankful that I was able to go through a situation like that with the love of my life. Hey, Brianna, if you do get pregnant, it's going to be with your future husband. At the end of the day, I'm just like, Brianna, you're going to be hit with situations that are out of your control, and you just going to have to, you know, learn how to cope with the situation during that time. I had an amazing time in Ghana. And that also reassured me as to why I started the brand that I started, because I really want other people to go and experience the world. Like, you have to go and experience Africa for yourself, whether that's with your homegirls, whether that's by yourself, whether that's with your family. Like, you have to get out of your comfort zone and just experience life. Like, my life isn't perfect, but damn sure I had a lot of fun experiences and I had a lot of wild experiences. But that gives me the memories that I have, and it allows me to be the person that I am today. Like, I'm Bri on TV. Like, Bri on TV with plenty of stories. As always. Pants legs go all the way down to the floor, so it's just like,
What more do you want from me?